Stop what you are doing right now because the state quarters in your pocket might be worth thousands of dollars, and you have absolutely no idea which ones are hiding genuine six-figure value. These are not the boring pocket change you thought they were. The grading dynamics, the error varieties, the production anomalies hidden in plain sight transform ordinary quarters into legitimate investment-grade coins. The difference between a circulated specimen and a certified gem? Sometimes $1,000. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which quarters are sitting in your collection worth serious money. And more importantly, you'll understand why collectors compete so fiercely for them. All right, let's get into it. We're counting down the 3 state quarters that absolutely shattered collector expectations and broke the mold for modern numismatic value. These aren't theoretical possibilities. These are coins selling for 5 and 6 figures at major auction houses. Fasten your seatbelt because the numbers are about to blow your mind. The 1999 Maine quarter carries the raw power of New England independence right on its copper-nickel surface, a modest 25-cent piece hiding genuine numismatic treasure. Maine entered the Union on March 15, 1820, the 23rd state to join, and the first new state admitted after the original 13 colonies declared independence. This wasn't just another routine admission ceremony. Maine physically split from Massachusetts. It was genuine independence. It was rebellion against existing political structures. It represented self-determination written directly into American expansion and territorial development. That historical context matters profoundly to serious collectors who understand numismatic significance beyond face value. Collectors recognize Maine as a beacon of Eastern sovereignty and maritime independence. The quarter commemorates that specific moment, a frozen second when an entire region broke free and claimed its own political identity. This historical weight transforms what could be ordinary pocket change into something collectors actively pursue and treasure. The reverse explodes with compelling visual elements. A lighthouse standing absolutely defiant on rocky New England coastline. The Portland headlight, Maine's most iconic beacon structure. That's not merely architectural representation. That's genuine survival symbolism. That a guide cutting through darkness and dangerous waters. The obverse carries Lady Liberty in classical profile, aging with quiet dignity and strength. Every design detail screams New England toughness and maritime heritage. Collectors hunt Maine quarters because lighthouses have transcended mere functionality to become powerful cultural symbols representing hope, perseverance, and isolated strength against overwhelming natural forces. In numismatic circles and auction environments, the Maine quarter represents the romantic ideal of American independence and coastal heritage. High-grade specimens display stunning visual definition in the lighthouse structure. Released in the fourth quarter of 1999 as part of the 50 State Quarters program. Produced simultaneously at Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, de mint mark. Total combined mintage exceeded 500 million coins, but circulation damage and mishandling eliminated approximately 98% from serious collector consideration. 25 cents versus $4,500 for high-grade specimens, a staggering 18,000% markup based purely on preservation and condition. Here's where collector value jumps dramatically with each grade tier. MS65, Gem Mint State $45 to $95. MS66, Choice Gem $120 to $280. MS67, Superb Gem $450 to $1,200. MS68, Exceptional $2,100 to $4,500. MS69, Near Perfect $8,000 to $14,000. MS70, Perfect $18,000 to $35,000. The biggest money in Maine quarters lives in error territory, where striking anomalies command premium prices. Broad strike Maine quarters featuring off-center design with metal extending dramatically beyond normal edge parameters. $300 to $1,100. Die cracks running violently through Lady Liberty's profile, creating distinctive visual patterns. $150 to $650. Rotated reverse die errors where the reverse appears upside down relative to the obverse. $2,000 to $8,500. 3 distinct buyer groups compete ferociously for premium Maine quarters and drive prices upward continuously. First, state quarter complete is systematically hunting all 50 states in pristine condition. These collectors view Maine as essential despite production numbers. Second, lighthouse enthusiasts who see genuine numismatic beauty in the iconic Portland headlight design. They collect emotionally, not rationally. Third, dedicated era collectors who recognize that die cracks and striking anomalies become exponentially rarer as years pass and specimens are lost to circulation or damage. These three groups create simultaneous bidding pressure. Maine is absolutely incredible, a quarter that transforms from pocket change into investment-grade numismatic asset. But everything you just heard, multiply it exponentially by 10. The value tiers climb more dramatically. The error premiums spike higher. The collector competition intensifies substantially. Here's where it genuinely gets wild. The 1999 Oregon quarter represents the pioneering spirit of Western expansion frozen permanently in time, and your certified copy could genuinely be worth six figures if grading strikes right. Oregon was formally admitted as a 33rd state on February 14, 1859, Valentine's Day. But here's the absolutely massive historical weight that collectors understand. Oregon represented the final settlement of the American frontier. This wasn't early colonial expansion or mid-century territorial acquisition. This was Western conquest completion. The Oregon Territory dispute with Britain ended decisively in American victory through diplomacy and settlement numbers. Settlers flooded westward overland on the legendary Oregon Trail, traveling months through harsh terrain. By 1859, that historic trail had literally transformed wilderness into functioning statehood with established communities, commerce, and political institutions. Numismatic collectors understand Oregon quarters as a symbolic endpoint of manifest destiny, the moment when the nation expanded as far west as geography permitted. Oregon marks that boundary point. This historical significance transforms ordinary circulating coins into meaningful historical documents. The reverse explodes with stunning visual power and cultural complexity. A Native American canoe cuts decisively through water, while snow-capped mountains rise dramatically in the background. It's raw Americana, indigenous heritage colliding head-on with European settlement and expansion. The canoe catches light magnificently on high-grade specimens, creating mirror-like finishes that absolutely command serious collector attention and auction competition. This quarter became genuinely controversial, and therefore paradoxically rarer, because it acknowledged Native Americans in visible, prominent ways that earlier state quarters systematically avoided. That cultural significance and representational courage drives intense competition among diversity-focused collectors and historically minded numismatists. The artistic execution remains superior to many state quarters. Released in the fourth quarter of 1998, positioned as the final state quarter before the 20th century ended, struck simultaneously at Philadelphia and Denver mints. The P Mint Philadelphia produced slightly fewer coins in initial runs, making those specific variants substantially more scarce in top grades. 25 cents versus $18,000 for truly exceptional specimens. A staggering 72,000% appreciation potential for perfect grades. The value tiers climb aggressively and dramatically with each conditional tier increase. MS65, Gem Mint State $75 to $180. MS66, Choice Gem $240 to $580. MS67, Superb Gem $950 to $2,400. MS68, Exceptional $4,200 to $10,000. MS69, Near Perfect $12,500 to $18,000. MS70, Perfect $35,000 to $75,000. Oregon era quarters created unprecedented collector frenzies and auction competition. Misaligned die strikes producing double images on the canoe and mountain elements. $800 to $3,200. Rim bulges resulting from die damage and deterioration during production runs. $400 to $1,500. Reverse die clash, where obverse design transfers faintly onto the reverse side. $2,200 to $7,800. Oregon quarters attract three distinct and aggressive buyer groups who bid competitively and strategically. First, Complete estate quarter collectors attempting to assemble perfect assembled sets, and Oregon consistently proves notoriously difficult to locate in MS-67 or higher grades, creating genuine scarcity. Second, Native American history enthusiasts who view this specific quarter as meaningful numismatic representation of indigenous presence in official American currency. Third, error and variety specialists who recognize that die clashes, misaligned strikes, and rim bulges command premium prices that escalate annually as specimens are lost. These groups create genuine bidding wars at major auction houses. Oregon is absolutely spectacular and commands serious collector respect. But stay right there, because the next one, this is the undisputed heavy hitter. This is what every collector secretly hopes to find buried in forgotten collections. This is where six-figure money lives permanently. The 1999 New York quarter is a legitimate crown jewel of state quarter collecting, where a circulated copy worth 25 cents transforms into a certified specimen valued at $45,000 or substantially higher. New York was the 11th state to ratify the Constitution on July 26, 1788, a pivotal moment in American history. But let's be precise about the genuine historical weight involved. New York represented the Empire State, the financial center, the economic engine of American commerce, the strategic gateway through which millions of immigrants physically entered America seeking opportunity and freedom. Immigration shaped New York's character permanently. By the time the 50-state quarters program launched in 1999, New York already commanded enormous respect and recognition as the most economically powerful and culturally influential state in the entire Union. Numismatists understand New York quarters as more than simple commemoration objects. They're legitimate investment vehicles with proven appreciation history. The quarter features the iconic Statue of Liberty in Ellis Island, transforming ordinary pocket change into powerful immigration and freedom symbolism. Collectors treat New York quarters like genuine liquid assets because they've consistently appreciated faster than any competing state quarter. The reverse is absolutely stunning and expertly executed. Lady Liberty stands proud and forward-looking with the Statue of Liberty rising majestically behind her. The design captures genuine movement and dynamism. Liberty appears almost mid-stride, perpetually advancing, optimistic and determined. Ellis Island sits in the background, representing millions of immigrant arrivals. Below flows a single meaningful line, Gateway to America. Every single design detail resonates emotionally and historically. The obverse carries George Washington in classical profile, dignified and measured and timeless. High-grade specimens display mirror-like proof quality fields that catch light spectacularly, creating almost three-dimensional visual effects. Collectors absolutely obsess over this design because it encapsulates fundamental American identity: freedom, immigration, opportunity, aspiration, and hope. The emotional connection drives demand far beyond standard numismatic interest or investment calculation. Released in the first quarter of 1999 as the inaugural state quarter issue, positioned prominently at the program's beginning, Philadelphia and Denver mints both produce coins simultaneously. The P Mint Philadelphia variants are significantly scarcer in high grades, making them a preferred target for serious and experienced collectors. 25 cents versus $45,000 for top-tier specimens, an absolutely stunning 180,000% markup, representing genuine six-figure potential for perfect grades. The price escalation is absolutely dramatic and steep with each grade increase. MS-65, Gem Mint stayed $85 to $220. MS-66, Choice Gem $320 to $750. MS-67, Superb Gem $1,400 to $3,600. MS-68, Exceptional $6,500 to $16,000. MS-69, Near Perfect $22,000 to $38,000. MS-70, Perfect $45,000 to $120,000. New York era quarters represent some of the absolutely most valuable coins in all modern numismatics and command significant premiums. Spike die errors, where the obverse die develops a sharp metal spike that transfers dramatically onto coins, creating distinctive vertical lines cutting through Lady Liberty's face. $3,200 to $12,000. Off-center strikes ranging from 20% to 50% off-center, with entire design elements missing or displaced, $1,800 to $8,400. Reverse die cracks propagating violently through the Statue of Liberty design, creating spider web patterns, $950 to $4,200. New York quarters attract the most competitive and aggressive collector base of any state quarter in the entire program, and the demand is absolutely relentless and unyielding. First, state quarter completists competing fiercely against thousands of other collectors for the same limited high-grade specimens. Second, New York residents and collectors who view this quarter as personal cultural heritage and identity. They collect with emotional intensity that drives prices upward substantially. Third, serious numismatic investors treating New York quarters as legitimate financial assets with proven appreciation history and consistent value growth. Additionally, dedicated era collectors, die variety specialists, and institutional buyers all compete simultaneously for available inventory. This unprecedented convergence of multiple buyer interest groups creates intense auction environments where prices regularly defy conservative estimation. These three quarters, Maine, Oregon, and New York, represent the absolute peak and pinnacle of state quarter collecting today. Everything changed fundamentally when serious numismatists recognized that modern circulating coins could actually command genuinely serious money. The collector market transformed completely. All right, here's exactly what you absolutely need to know moving forward. Maine quarters reach $14,000 in pristine MS-69 condition. Oregon quarters spiked dramatically to $75,000 for perfect MS-70 specimens. New York quarters absolutely explode, hitting $120,000 for exceptional MS-70 examples. Combined total value for a premium set of these three elite quarters, easily exceeding $200,000 in combined valuation. The transmission is straightforward and simple. Dig through your pocket change immediately. Check your coin rolls systematically. Hunt your grandparents' collections and attics. One single coin could genuinely change your financial situation permanently. Like this video right now. Subscribe to the channel for upcoming content. Ring the notification bell for instant updates. Drop a comment telling me which state quarter you found today. Because I absolutely promise you, someone watching discovered their retirement fund buried in loose change and forgotten collections. Remember this fundamental truth. Pocket change isn't always cheap or worthless. Sometimes it's hidden numismatic gold waiting patiently to be discovered, authenticated, and certified by grading professionals.